Hey everybody, KC here. So I want to tell you something that makes me crazy. And yes, I'm veering into Andy Rooney territory here, where I'm going to go, you know what really bothers me about shopping? And I recognize that only a small percentage of you even remember who Andy Rooney is. C'est la vie. Anyway, you know what makes me crazy about shopping these days is, you go through the store and you buy your stuff and you go to checkout. And let's face it, checkout's usually the least pleasurable part of the shopping experience. And you find yourself online behind somebody who's doing shopping for Instacart or one of the other shopping services, right? This is not me picking on Instacart here. It's not their fault. And sometimes you see, depending on how many people are shopping in that store for Instacart at that moment, 2 or 3 or 4 checkouts. I've got Instacart people with big loads. Now listen, I think it's great that those are big shopping trips that Instacart is doing for consumers. I won't get into my feelings about Instacart in terms of how it deals with retailers. That's not the point. It makes me nuts because I'm an actual customer in that case, and the Instacart person is not. The Instacart person is working. Now, I have done an informal poll. This is all anecdotal, but I haven't talked to anybody when I've asked them the question who hasn't said, oh, you're absolutely right. It makes me crazy when I'm behind an Instacart person. By the way, the other thing that makes them crazy is when they find an Instacart person pulling all the stuff out of a particular shelf of an item they don't have a lot of, and all of a sudden they're gone. Those items are gone. I'm not sure what you do about that, except maybe have them picking out of a dark store or a micro-fulfillment center. That said, the thing is, retailers ought to have dedicated checkout lines just for Instacart people. Now, they can open them to customers, regular customers, actual customers, if there's no Instacart people or other professional shoppers in the store at that time. But by and large, if I'm getting online because I've bought items at the supermarket, I shouldn't have to wait behind an Instacart shopper. Now listen, I'm sure there'll people say, oh, there's all sorts of reasons you can't do that. I actually think they shouldn't even have dedicated lines at the front end. They should go out the back door. There should be a rear entrance where the Instacart shoppers and those folks ought to be able to go. But at the very least, you've got to find a way to prevent customers from having to wait behind these professional shoppers. I just don't think it sends the right message to those of us who actually have ventured into the store. So yes, that's what makes me crazy about shopping. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.